Dear students, about natural language processing, today we are going to discuss about the fourth unit, that is semantic interpretations. Semantic interpretations, and the fourth unit is explaining about the word senses and ambiguity. Fourth unit, the first topic is word senses and ambiguity. Okay, so what is this word senses and ambiguity is about? In natural language processing, word sense disambiguation is defined as the task of assigning the appropriate meaning, that is, sense, to a given word in a text or discourse. What is the word is giving and what it is the meaning? What is the meaning of a word? Is it ambiguous? Is it disambiguous? That we are going to discuss here in this topic. Natural language is ambiguous. Generally, natural language is ambiguous. There is a confusion between what it is talking about and what it is actually. So that many words can be interpreted in multiple ways depending on the context in which they occur. Means, depending on the context, what it actually is related to. When it is related to something, so it give a specific meaning, and at the same time there is a confusion between what it exact it is, what it exact it is, like that. Okay, so the motivation of the topic is about one of the central challenges in NLP. Okay, that is the word senses is whether it is ambiguity or disambiguous is about in NLP. Ambiguous across all languages. The ambiguous is there in all the languages, is it not? So when we are talking something is related to many ways. Is related to many ways. So there is a confusion needed in machine translation. At the same time, when it is confusion to understand in a specific language, at the same time it is also confusion in machine learning translation for correct lexical choice. Information retrieval system. When we are trying to find out some information in information retrieval system IRS, there is also the word senses ambiguity is also happens. So for resolving ambiguity in queries, is it not? So when we give a query in information retrieval system, there is an ambiguous is to trace out what it is specific for. So information extraction. When we are trying to find out some information extraction, there is also this word sense ambiguous is happens for accurate analysis of text. Accurate analysis of text. So computationally determining which sense of a word is activated by its use in a particular context. So when we give a sentence, a word, for that context, what is it related to give a specific meaning. For example, I am going to withdraw money from the bank. Okay, so if you consider a statement that I am going to withdraw money from the bank, a classification problem is that is senses is about the classes. Okay, senses is about the classes and context is about the evidence. Context is about the evidence. So here this topic is going to explain about the knowledge based approaches and machine learning based approaches, hybrid approaches, and reducing knowledge acquisition bottleneck, and word sense disambiguous, and summary future work. Okay, these are the topics we are going to discuss for this topic. Knowledge based versus machine learning based versus hybrid approaches. What is knowledge based and what is machine learning based and what is hybrid approaches? See, knowledge based approaches is really on knowledge resources like WordNet. Knowledge based, we are going to trace the information in the knowledge, that is really on knowledge resources. Resources are there, so from the resources we are tracing out the particular aspect of the knowledge, that is thesaurus, etc. Knowledge, WordNet or the thesaurus or etc. So may use grammar rules for disambiguation. So grammar also is used to a statement when we are giving should be a grammatical statement. is it not? For to minimize the disambiguation, may use hand-coded rules for disambiguation. For knowledge-based approaches, we hand-coded rules also will be implemented. So what about machine learning based approaches? Machine learning based approaches are really on corpus evidence. It is already the information is there, so that is on corpus evidence, and train a model using tagged or untagged corpus. Okay, so we will be given the training to model using tagged or untagged corpus. Probabilistic statistical models is used. Machine learning based approaches are using the probabilistic or statistical models will be implemented, will be used in the tracing of the defining the machine learning process. So a hybrid approaches is using the use corpus evidence as well as semantic relations from WordNet. Okay, use corpus evidence as well as semantic relations form for WordNet approaches. Okay, so word sense disambiguous using selectional preferences and arguments is using selectional preferences and arguments. For example, consider sense 1 and sense 2. This airline serves dinner in the evening flight. Okay, the second sense we can see that this airline serves the sector between Agra and Delhi. Okay, so what is the serve here? Yes, the serve is agent verb. Here the serve is verb agent. Okay, so here the object is eatable. Here the object is sector. Okay, here the object is the lunch, dinner. Okay, is eatable. Here the object is about the sector, serves the sector. So requires exhaustive enumeration. Requires exhaustive enumeration of argument, structure of verbs. How the senses is giving the specific meaning for to find out the structure of the verbs. Selectional preferences of arguments. So selectional preferences of arguments and description of properties of words such that meeting the selectional preferences criteria can be decided. So we can see the statement here, this airline serves dinner in the evening flight. Okay, so the selection preferences is in this is describing about specifically dinner. Here the specific lessons in this airline serves the sector between Agra and Delhi is it is the selectional preference of arguments is about the serves as Agra and Delhi. Okay, so for example, this flight serves the region between Mumbai and Delhi is also we can see. And how do you decide if region is compatible with sector? Okay, if you give the region, whether the region is compatible with sector or not. This is also the preference will be given for the arguments. Okay, overlap based approaches require a machine readable dictionary. Okay, machine readable dictionary, that is find the overlap between the features of different senses of an ambiguous word, that is sense back, and the features of the words in its context, that is context is limited. It is the sentence is limited to its boundaries. Okay, so these features could be sense definitions, that is example sentences and hypernyms, etc. So these features could be sense definitions and example sentences and hypernames, that is etc. The features could also be given weights. The feature also could be a given weights. The sense which has the maximum overlap is selected as the contextually appropriate sense. The contextually appropriate sense meaning. Okay, so here we can see the Lesk's algorithm. Lesk's algorithm. What is the Lesk's algorithm? It is about sense bag and context bag. What is sense bag? Sense bag is about contains the words in the definition of a candidate sense of the ambiguous word. Sense bag is nothing but it contains the words in the definition of a candidate sense of the ambiguous word. Context bag, it is about contains the words in the definition of each sense of each context word. So what is a context? Context is a limited and its boundaries. Okay, so here the context bag is about contains the words in the definition of each sense of within the sense, and each context word. For example, consider on burning coal we get ash. Is it not? If we consider the sentence that is ash, if the coal is burning, we'll get ash. Okay. So ash, coal, you can see the senses ash and coal. For example, ash we consider sense 1, that is trees of the aloe family with pinnate leaves, thin furrowed bark and grey branches. That is, the trees is coming of the aloe family with pinnate leaves, this thin furrowed bark and grey branches. And the sense 2 is the solid residue left when combustible materials is thoroughly burned or oxidized. Sense 3 is to convert into ash. Okay, see, ash is related with the three senses, sense 1, sense 2, sense 3. Okay, consider the ash converts into coal, that is, coal is also having the three senses, that is, the first one is a piece of growing carbon or burnt wood. Coal is, it is a carbon or burnt wood. Sense 2 is, it is charcoal. Okay, sense 2 is, it is about charcoal. Sense 3 is about a black solid combustible substance formed by the partial decomposition of vegetable matter without free access to air and under the influence of moisture and often increased pressure and temperature, that is widely used as a fuel for burning. So a tree can be burned and can be coal. Okay, can be converted to coal, that is a black solid comfortable. Okay, so this is in case sense 2 of ash would be the winner sense. So what is a winner here? It is giving relatively the ash information. Okay, so the Walker's algorithm, the next one is Walker's algorithm. What is Walker's algorithm? The thesis based approach. It is a thesis based approach is about two steps. The first one is step 1. For each sense of the target word, find the thesaurus category to which that sense belongs. It is to which that sense is belonging to. Step 2 is calculate the score for each sense by using the context words. A context words will add 1 to the score of the sense if the thesaurus category of the word matches that of the sense. Okay, so for example, consider the money in this bank fetches an interest of 8% per annum and target word bank. Here it is related to the bank. Bank is the centralized the stem, we can say. So clue words from the context is the stem bank is having the prefixes or suffixes, that is money, interested and fetch. Okay, so here we can see that money, sense 1 finance and sense 2 location. Okay, interest is +1 or the sense 2 is 0. Fetch is about 0, 0. Annum is +1 or 0. Total, that is sense 1 is 3, sense 2 is 0. This is. So context words add 1 to the sense when the topic of the word matches that of the sense. That is, it is money is called the money is the stem is having the prefixes and suffixes, okay, with interest and annum. So word sense is disambiguous using conceptual density. Conceptual density. What is the conceptual density? Select a sense based on the relatedness of the word sense to the context. So relatedness is measured in terms of conceptual distance. That is how close the concept represented by the word and the concept represented by its context words. That is, this approach uses a structured hierarchical semantic net, that is word net, for finding the conceptual distance. And smaller the conceptual distance is, higher will be the conceptual destiny. For example, if all words in the context are strong indicators of a particular concept, then that concept will have a higher density. That concept will have the higher density. Conceptual density, we can see the example here. The dots in the figure representing the senses of the word to be disambiguated or the senses of the words is in context. See, the dots are here is, that is sense 1, sense 2, sense 3, sense 4, like that. Okay, so the CD formula will yield highest density for the sub-hierarchy containing more senses. The sense of W contained in the sub-hierarchy with the highest conceptual density. With the highest conceptual density. Here we can see that word to be disambiguated, that is context words W1, W2, W3, W4, and so on. Okay. So the example is, the jury praised the administration and operation of Atlanta Police Department. A statement is given as the example, that is, the jury praised the administration and operation of Atlanta Police. Here we can see the conceptual errors, that is, jury is having 2, administration is having 3, operation is having 8. Okay, here you are seeing the words are like, so here also the jury is having the 2 and administration is having the 3 words and operation is having the 8 words in this example, like that. See how administrative unit, committee, jury, and jury to body. Okay, the jury praised the administration and operation of Atlanta Police Department. Here we can see that the step 1 is make a lattice of the nouns in the context, their senses and hypernyms. Okay, here you can see the conceptual density, that for that example, administrative unit is about the committee, jury. The jury praised the administration is about the make a lattice of the nouns in the context, their senses and hypernyms. See, jury is related body and administration. Okay, here also you can see that the administration is going to add about the division and operation. Okay, so division is again going to differentiate that department and department, government department, local department, police department. When it comes to department, which type of department it is. Okay, see here the conceptual density, the example is going like this. Okay, so compute the conceptual density of resultant concepts. See here, this is the having the 3, jury, operational, and the police department. Okay, so that word sense disambiguous using random walk algorithm. Random walk algorithm. What is random walk algorithm? Is about bell ring church. That is, the church bells no longer ring on Sundays. So church is related with one of the groups of Christians who have their own belief and forms of worship. The second one is a place for public, especially Christian worship. Third one is a service conducted in a church. Okay, so a church is having the 3 words. That is, bell is also having the words, that is a hollow device made of metal that makes a ringing sound when struck. And a bell is also a push button at an outer door that gives a ringing or whizzing signal when pushed. Third one is the sound of a bell. Okay, so ring is also having the 3 words, that is make a ringing sound, ring or echo with sound, and make bells ring. That is okay. Sunday is having the first day of the week, observed as a day of rest and worship by most Christians. This is how the words are related. S3, that is S2, and S1. Okay, bell, ring, church, Sunday. Add a vertex for each possible senses of each word in the text. Here, see how the words are getting communicated. Add weighted edges using definition based semantic similarity. Okay, see how it is going to communicate with the sentence word 2, 3, S1, S2, S3, how it is going to communicate. Okay, see S1, S2, S3, how it is going to communicate. Okay, like that. So the next one is KV approaches. KV approaches, that is comparisons. So it is defining about algorithm and accuracy. WSD using selectional restrictions. WSD is using selectional restrictions. Is about the 44% on brown corpus. It is about accuracy is about 44% on brown corpus. And Lusk's algorithm is about 50 to 60% on short samples of Pride and Prejudice and some news stories. And WSD using conceptual destiny is about 54% on brown corpus. WSD using random walk algorithm is about 54% accuracy on Simcore corpus, which has a baseline accuracy of 37%. Walker's algorithm is about 50% when tested on 10 highly polysemous English words. Highly polysemous English words. Walker's algorithm is about the 50%. So, KB approaches, that is conclusions, are drawbacks of WSD is using the selectional restrictions, that is needs exhaustive knowledge base. It needed more information about the words. Drawbacks of overlap based approaches are dictionary definitions are generally very small. Dictionary entries rarely take into account the distributional constraints of different word senses and preferences, kinds of prepositions, etc. Security and hash never go occur in a dictionary, is it not? So suffer from the problem of sparse match. Proper nouns are not present in a MRD, hence these approaches fail to capture the strong clues provided by proper nouns. Okay. For example, consider Sachin Tendulkar will be a strong indicator of the category sports, is it not? Sachin Tendulkar plays cricket. Sachin Tendulkar is related to the sports and especially plays a cricket. Okay. So here we can see the Navy base, that is S is equal to argument maximum, that is S belongs to senses, that is plural or singular verb, plural or singular verb. Okay. So VW is a feature vector consisting of POS, that is POS of W, that is semantic and syntactic features of W. Collocation vector, that is collocation vector set of words around it and typically consists of next word, that is +1. Next to next word is +2, and like that in the same way -2, -1 and their POS. Okay. And a co-occurrence vector number of times W occurs in back of words, that is around it. Applying Bayes rule and Navy independence assumption, that is S is equal to argument maximum, that is S belongs to senses, that is previous one, and pi I is equal to 1, NPR is equal to V of W I by S. Decision list algorithm. The next one is decision list algorithm is about based on one sense per collocation property. So nearby words provide strong and consistent clues as to the senses of the target word. Collect a large set of collocations for the ambiguous word and calculate word senses, probably the distributions for all such collocations. For example, calculate the long likelihood ratio, that is log previous sense, that is A collocation, and previous sense B, that is collocation. That is the two senses for the word, of course. This can easily be extended to K senses. Higher log likelihood is equal to more predictive evidences. Collocations are ordered in a decision list with most predictive collocations ranked in the highest. Here we can see the decision list algorithm, that is training data resulting decision list. It is about the senses A to B, like that, is about final decision list for plant abbreviated. So training examples keyword in context is about final decision list for plant. You can see used to stain macroscopic plant life, like this. So this is about the classification of a test sentence is based on the highest ranking collocation found in the test sentence. Okay, it is the test sentence is about plucking flowers affects plant growth. How it is going to differentiate. Decision list of algorithm, that is, see, plant growth is extending to 10.21, 10.2, 10.3, and flower is extending within plus or minus words or like that. This is about the classification of a test sentence is based on the highest ranking collocation with the plucking flowers affects plant growth. Okay, so exemplar based, that is WSD KNN, that is an exemplar based classifier is constructed for each word to be disambiguated. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Step 1 is from each sense marked sentence containing the ambiguous word, a training example is constructed using POS of W. Okay, step 2 is given a test sentence containing the ambiguous word. A test example is similarity constructed. Step 3 is the test example is then compared to all training examples. And step 4, the sense which is most prevalent amongst these k examples is then selected as the correct sense. Okay, so WSD is using SVM. SVM is a binary classifier which finds a hyperplane with the largest margin that separates training examples into two classes. Okay, training phase, testing phase. The first one is training phase. Training phase is using a tagged corpus if or every sense of the word. A SVM is trained using the following features, that is POS of W is as well as POS of neighboring words and local collocations, co-occurrence vector and feature based semantic. Testing phase is given a test sentence. A test example is constructed using the above features and fed as input to each binary classifier. The correct sense is selected based on the label written by each classifier. Okay, this is about WSD using perceptual training HMM, that is hidden markup model. Hidden markup model is using the WSD is treated as a sequence labeling task. The class space is reduced by using word nets supersense instead of actual senses. Okay, a discriminative HMM is trained using the following features, that is, for example, for S is Merrill-Lynch co-shapes, that is supervised approaches comparison about the approach arrive precision, average recall and corpus average baseline accuracy. So Navy based, decision list, exemplar based and perception trained. Navy based is about average precision 64.13% and decision list is about 96% is about the accurate, and exemplar based disambiguous KNN is about 68.6% is appropriate, and SVM is about the 72.4% and perception trained is about 67.6%. Okay, so average recall is not reported like that. Okay, supervised approaches conclusions are general comments, Navy base and decision list. So far just now we discussed about general comments, Navy base and decision list. Exemplar based KNN, SVM, HMM. These are the just now what it is about for word sense ambiguous. Semi-supervised decision list algorithms is about that based on hierarchy supervised algorithm that uses decision list. That is, step 1 is train the decision list algorithm. Step 2 is classify the entire sample set using the trained classifier. Step 3 is create new seed data by adding those members. And step 4 is retrain the classifier using the increased seed data. Okay. Here you can see the initialization, progress and convergence. Life is related with the residual data and manufacturing. Seed set grows. Seed set grows. How its seeds are growing is setting stop when residual set stabilizes. How it is going to stop the residual stabilizes. Okay. Semi-supervised approaches, comparisons and conclusion. Semi-supervised, that is supervised decisions list is 96.1 and semi-supervised decisions is about 96.1 same. Okay, so works at par with its supervised version even though it needs significantly less amount of tagged data. Okay, hyperlinks is about key idea. Instead of using dictionary defined senses, extract the senses from the corpus itself. These corpus senses are uses correspond to cluster of similar context of words. Okay, so here this is detecting root hubs. Detecting root hub is having the steps 5, that is the fun. Step 1 is construct co-occurrence graph G. Step 2, arrange nodes in G in decreasing order of in degree. And step 3 is select the node from G which has the highest frequency. This node will be the hub of the first high density component. Okay, step 4 is delete this hub and all its neighbors from G. Step 5 is repeat step 3 and 4 to detect the hubs of other high density components. Okay, detecting root hubs, that is the cow, router, frontier, match. What it is explaining about? Cow is about construction, overage, revage, project, revenue, crew. Router is vehicle, campaign, like that. The four components for barrage can be characterized like this. Okay. And disambiguation is about each node in the MST as assigned a score vector with as many dimensions as there are components. Okay. Disambiguation, the four words just now we've seen is about EU is the winner in this case. Okay. Yarkovsky algorithm is using Rowitz Teacher's categories. Okay. Here it is a disambiguous predict lens approach. Two different words are likely to have similar meanings if they occur in identical local contexts, that are facility, employee. Okay, so senses of facility, subjects of employee, installation, proficiency, adaptness, readiness, toilets. Okay, that is was, plan, company, industry. In this case, sense 1 of installation would be the winner sense. Okay, similarity and hypernym, that is it is going to, in general, similarity is directly proportional to the probability that the two words have the same super class hypernyms. Okay, WSD using parallel corpora. Parallel corpora is about a word having multiple senses in one language will have distinct translations in another language based on the context in which it is used. So as I told you, it is a context based and is having a limited meaning to the specific words. The translations can thus be considered as contextual indicators of the sense of the words. Sense model, that is, so concept model is concept, sense, word. Okay. Unsupervised approaches, that is comparisons of Lane's algorithm and precision that we can see, average recall, corpus, baseline that we can see here. Okay, so unsupervised approaches, conclusions are general comments, Lynch algorithm and hyperlinks. Okay, Yarkovsky algorithm and WSD using parallel corpora. Parallel corpora, a broad coverage classifier, and can distinguish even between failure senses of a word, because of even failure senses of a word get translated as distinct words. Okay, so an iterative approach to WSD is uses semantic relations, that is synonymy and hypernymy from WorldNet. Okay. So sense learner is about use some tagged data to build a semantic language model for words seen in the trained corpus. Semantic language model is for each POS tag using the corpus, a training set is constructed. Each training example is represented as a feature vector and a class label which is word for sense. In the testing phase, for each test sentence, a similar feature vector is constructed. So if the predicted word is same as the observed word, then the predicted sense is selected as the correct sense. Okay. So sense learner, it is a semantic generalizations to about drink water, take in liquid. Okay. And structural semantic interconnections SSI is about an iterative approach is using the following relations: hypernymy, like that. Monosemic words serves as the seed set of disambiguous. We can see here structural semantic interconnections SSI. Okay, a semantic relations graph are the two senses of the word, that is bus, vehicle and connector. How the words vehicle and bus are connect, how it is connected. Okay, so hybrid approaches is about comparisons and conclusions. Approach is about an iterative approach to WSD and sense learner and SSI. Okay, so overcoming knowledge bottleneck, that is using search engines and using equivalent pseudo words. So using search engines is about construct search queries using monosyllabic words and phrases from the gloss of a synset. Okay, use monosyllabic words belonging to each sense of an ambiguous words. Does WCG help MT? Contradictorily, results have been published. Okay, so this is the summary of the word sense ambiguity, and so far we discussed about dictionary defined senses do not provide enough surface cues. Complete dependency on dictionary defined senses is the primary reason for low accuracies in knowledge based approaches. Extracting sense definitions or usage patterns from the corpus greatly improves the accuracy. Word specific classifiers are able to attain extremely good accuracies but suffer from the problem of non reusability. So, unsupervised algorithms are capable of performing at par with supervised algorithms. Relying on single most predictive evidence increases the accuracy. So this is what the topic is explained about in the word sense ambiguity is, is discussed today. So you just go through this topic. If you want to find more about this, my mail ID is there. You can mail me so that we can discuss more about the topic. Thank you.